gonna tell you one thing I learned about prison. Your stature of how you come in and your size. A lot of people fail to acknowledge the fact that size intimidates a lot of people in prison. I've seen a lot of people get intimidated just because somebody's big. Next thing we know, he's coming out, eyebrows arched, little tight clothes on. And it's like, dude, you doing too much. I don't know where the other people are from that you've talked to, but in Texas, for the most part, it's renegade. It doesn't follow the same standards as, per se, the feds, where if you white, you got to ride with your own people.
Prison Stories 101. Man, we are back with another special episode. We got my man ATL in the building, man. What's good?
What's good, bro? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing all right. First and foremost, I always like to allow a guest, when they first come on the platform, to reintroduce yourself, tell them where you're from, and how much time you did.
My name's ATL. Did 15 years, originally from Atlanta, Texas. Fell out of Galveston, Texas, and currently located in Dallas.
Man, 15 years, man. All right, well, let's go and go through it then, if you don't mind. Atlanta, Texas. I didn't know that was a city. Where's Atlanta, Texas at?
Small town up in East Texas, about Texarkana.
Okay. How was life in Atlanta, Texas? I mean,
country. Let's put it like that. It's small town country, middle of nowhere, nothing.
Okay. Well, let's go through the who, what, when, and where. And I know people watching this probably want to know, first and foremost, what was the crime? Let's start with the what. What was the crime in itself?
Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to come back to that. I just want to know what it was. You did 15 years. When did you catch a charge? What year was it? How old were you?
It was 2011, January. I was 17 years old, just turned 17.
Damn. Okay. 2011. When it comes to the where did you catch a charge, and where did you serve your time for the most parts, and where did you serve your time the most in regards?
I caught my crime in Galveston County, more specifically Bay Cliff, Texas. But
Galveston, the down south of Texas, Galveston?
Yeah, south of Houston.
Were you living in Galveston?
I was staying in Bay Cliff, right outside of Galveston.
Okay.
Yeah, I had moved down there with my pops. Trouble led me to getting kicked out of my mom's house. She shot me down there.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I did the 15 from there, all in TDCJ.
What all units did you go through for the most part, from what you remember?
My first 5 years, I did on Smith Unit out in Lamesa. That was 2000. I say my first 5. It was really first 4, because I did a year in the county, hit TDC 2012 to, it was 5 years, 2017. And I did all my time the hard way. Always in trouble, always fighting, assaults. So I was back and forth in and out of the high security area back there. Came out the second time, they decided they had enough of me and shot me to Telford.
Ooh. If you know, you know. Okay, let's speak on the who. Who was affected by your crime? First, I want to start with, as far as the robbery. Who was it? Someone you knew? Was it a random person as far as the crime that was committed?
Nah, it was aggravated assault.
Aggravated assault. I'm saying robbery. I apologize.
Man, it was over some stupid stuff behind me just being a hothead in general. The family involved, the man involved, my family, everybody was a victim of it. Everybody was hurt.
Wow. On your end, as far as going away for 15 years at 17, who was affected by that as far as on your family side? Who was left behind? Girlfriends?
Nah, no girlfriends at the time, just all my immediate family. My sisters, my parents, my grandparents, everybody.
All right, well, let's speak on it then. Let's go into the why. And before I ask the why, how big is your family and what kind of family do you have? When you mentioned grandparents and parents, what type of family did you have?
I mean, I have now, it's a good family. Back then, mostly because of my attitude and my anger problems, we weren't really close like that. Yeah. Like my mom had already kicked me out the house. So me and her weren't on good speaking terms. Moved in with my dad. Me and him at each other's throats constantly because I wasn't trying to hear anything.
How many siblings did you have?
I've got 2 brothers, 2 sisters.
And where do you line? Are you in the middle? You're oldest, kind of somewhere?
I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest?
Yeah.
That means they're looking up to you. I
wouldn't want to look up to me, not at that time and point in my life. So,
where did the anger originally come from?
Honestly, it's always been there. Like ever since I was a little kid. Growing up, all I saw was my mom and my stepdad fighting constantly. In and out, left and right, it didn't matter. So it ingrained that into me. And living out in the middle of nowhere where I was living at, there was nobody around. So my social skills went out the window. Starting school, all I knew was what I saw. Took that to school with me and it just flowed through the rest of my life.
So if you don't mind speaking on it, because that's when we speak on the why. Like, why do you feel that, you were sitting in front of a judge and getting 15 years of your life taken away from you? You mentioned, your mom and stepdad fighting.
Right.
A lot of people experience that, as far as arguments, physical fights. For you, and at what age, how bad did it get? And first of all, when did your father leave from your mom? Was he ever around after you were born, or?
Nah, my dad, he went to prison right after my mom got pregnant.
Oh, wow.
So
how long did your dad do?
Honestly, I don't remember the exact number of years, but I know it was a couple of years around the time I was born. And then he went back probably around 99, 2000 for a couple more years.
Do you know what he did that first time? What was his charge?
Honestly, just off the top of my head, no. It wasn't nothing serious.
But daddy wasn't there when you were first born. So your mom, she remarries at what age? Or not her age, but at what age are you?
Probably about 3.
Okay. The man she married, was he a good guy? I mean, was he, from what you would say?
From my perspective as a kid, yeah, he was. I don't remember him ever beating us, being drunk around us, none of that. According to her, he had drug issues. I personally never saw it. I can't say. So, I mean, that was just a problem that was between them that always boiled over.
If you don't mind me asking, as far as them getting into altercations, how bad did it get from your memory as far as?
My mom is an alcoholic, has been drinking since she was, my grandparents used to put alcohol in her bottles. She's been drinking a very, very long time. Yeah. And it's just, especially at that point in time, when they was bumping heads, it would consume her and it would spill over rage towards everybody. Yeah. She didn't have any brakes, no filters, nothing.
So in these arguments, your mom might be the problem starter a lot of the times, I'm assuming.
At that time, I would give it about a good 75% chance.
Yeah.
Just off of what I personally seen. So
you see them arguing. You're the oldest child. How does your younger sibling, who comes next, and how old are you before they come? Is it?
The next oldest is my brother, Tommy.
How much younger is he?
He's 6 years younger than me. He was born in 99.
So you went through 6 years just by yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that'll do it. All right, so I see it as far as that could be a problem in regards. So you see this violence at home. What about your friends? What about people around you? Sometimes people have disciplinaries that they I want to make sure I'm acting righteous in front of, people around.
That's what I was saying. Living out, I literally lived, I'm from Atlanta, Texas. Yeah. Population maybe 5,500. Oh, but I lived for most of the beginning part of that era right outside of that, off a back road off of a small town that's way smaller than that called Douglasville, which is 100 and back then it was like 146 people.
Yeah. How close was your neighbor? Not next door.
Yeah, not next door.
Yeah, not next door. Damn. So you live mostly isolated then.
Yeah, that's why I didn't have any kids around me growing up. Nothing. That's why I say like what I saw ingrained itself on me.
Yeah.
So when I did finally get around people, my social skills were completely down the toilet. All I knew was you make me mad, I'm swinging.
Damn. Would you watch a lot of wrestling growing up or anything?
Nah.
Okay. Rated R
We
movies?
didn't have cable TV and none of that.
So y'all were actually a little impoverished then, like poverty, or not saying poverty, but wasn't, when you're that far into the sticks, I can't see you just having, the glitter and gold all around.
No. For the most part, we lived in a probably 30-year-old half broke down trailer out in the middle of the country. My stepdad got locked up. When he got out, he did a lot better and they was able to actually get a newer trailer. Okay. But we never really just had it like that. They both worked their butts off, come home, did them, fought, went to sleep, started over the next day.
Wow. At what age are you, and what's the scenario in which you have to go stay with your father?
The first time?
Damn, there was multiple times.
Let's start with the first time because it all leads up to the second time and then what happens afterwards.
Okay.
So I met my dad for the first time whenever I was 14. And it's because things just started coming to a head and I braced my mom about it. Like, what's up? Who is he? Am I gonna get a chance to meet him? So long story short, around Father's Day, 2008?
But how old are you? What'd you say?
I'm 14.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to say, I was 14 or I just turned 15. One of them. It was around Father's Day, 2008. And went down there, seen him, visited him, got to meet the man, went back home.
Were you impressed or were you under?
I honestly didn't know what to think because I really didn't know the guy like that. Like, I know I rubbed him wrong because Father's Day, I called my stepdad right in front of him and told him Happy Father's Day. That was my dad as far as I knew. That's the man that raised me.
Basically, yes.
And it rubbed him wrong and we kind of didn't see eye to eye on that. But now that I'm older and I look at it, I can see how he kind of took that as disrespect.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, yeah, you can look at it from both sides, but yeah. So that rubbed them wrong, and what, he sent you back, or it just?
No, I had to go back. Like,
oh, so it was just visit. You were just visiting,
visiting,
okay.
Trying to get to know him and stuff like that. So I go back, and man, I had been started smoking weed, cigarettes, getting all kinds of stuff at home, and I told Mom one day, I said, "Oh shit, I'm not trying to stay here no more. Send me down to my pops." I really said it just out the side of my neck.
Not really meaning it.
Yeah, but she definitely did it though. She's like, all right, that's how you feel. Bye.
Was your dad accepted of you coming?
Yeah. Because one thing I say, and he proved it to me, that he never didn't want me. Okay. It was one of them situations with my mom, she wasn't trying to hear it. Like,
was he paying child support?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, anytime a guy's paying for raising you, he wants to probably have some say in raising you.
Well, it's one thing I say about my dad. It's like, when it comes to his kids, he wants everything to do with them. I've seen it. My mom know. And she could never convince me otherwise because what I seen her do with my brother's dad. So that's why I say, like, he showed me the proof where he tried to get her in court to try to force them to make her hand over custody of me for the weekends and stuff. But
I know we're about to get to what happened, but you might have finally getting to him and then this happens, he might be like, damn,
Well, okay, so when I moved in with him that first time, it started off smooth. My mom had me on medication when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That psychiatric medication because of my temper and stuff. But this is what a lot of people don't realize is a lot of times the medication can go bad and start messing with your head. My 8th grade year, right before, like I said, this is one of the incidents that led up to her finally like letting me go down there. My 8th grade year, after football practice, I had a blackout. I got into a fight with a buddy of mine. Blacked out to the point I fractured his jaw, put my football coach in the hospital, and got all year, because this was just barely September. We just started school.
Football season, yeah.
The whole year in alternative school for that.
Yeah. 8th grade.
8th grade. So at that time, I didn't know it was the medication doing what it was doing to me. And when I moved in with my dad, he picked it off the rip and yanked me off of it. But I had been on that medication so long, I already got a bad temper. My body coming off of that medication, trying to readjust without it, it made things so much worse. That's why I tell people now, do not put your kids on medication, because you don't understand what it can do to them mentally after the fact. Yeah. When their bodies and their minds try to readjust without it, it's just like anybody on drugs. You take them off of it, watch the change, the aggravation, the irritation, like just the whole breakdown before they're able to get better. And a lot of people aren't ready for that. And nobody was ready for the storm that came after that medication I got took off of it.
Yeah, the fact that you still have to be around other people. Like you still got to get off the medication and be around and be normal in front of other kids is
right.
It's kind of crazy.
And like I can put you in contact with everybody I grew up with that still to this day, like they tell me like, bro, you were a hothead. Like that's why a lot of people didn't like you, because you were so mad at everything and they tried to stay away from you. And I didn't realize that. Like I got a bunch of classmates I'm cool with now. Since I've been out, they've done reached out to me and I done reached out to them, that we're on a good even tone now. Back then you couldn't communicate with me because if you said anything crazy, it is what it is.
And mind you, for those who can't do quick math, you've only been out for 6 months.
Yes, sir.
So even in this conversation, you spent more time of your life technically damn near in incarceration than out in the free world. Just almost half and half, let's just say. Well,
a little bit more incarcerated because this right here was the start of me going to juvenile.
Okay.
Yeah, like right after I moved in with my dad, we got into it. And let's say he pulled an old penitentiary move and whacked me with a Dr. Pepper can. Family services got involved. They took us up there to a meeting. They started talking about putting me back on medication. My mom and the family services people, not my dad. Okay. And when they went to talk about putting me back on that medication, I lost it. I walked out.
You just weren't trying to get back on that medication?
I was not trying to hear it. So I walked out. They called the police. They thought I ran away. I just went out back to cool off. Come back in, sit down. Ain't nobody told me to call the police because I came in before they got there. They were talking about it again. Now I'm finna leave. You keep pushing the wrong button. I get up, I go to walk out. Texas City Police right there. I'm not knowing he's there for me. I got my hood up and everything. I walk right past him. Hey, where you going? I ain't got nothing to say to you. One, I'm fried out. Two, you a cop. I ignore him, go to walk past him. He grabs me by my shoulder. Where are you going? Shrugged his hand off my shoulder. When I did that, he took it upon himself to throw me on the floor. Why he did that, I don't know. At this time, I'm leg pressing 750, 800 pounds. And he threw me on the floor. I land on my back. He leans over me. And I kicked him in his chest with both feet. You're leaned over me, all your equilibrium is off. And I'm leg pressing 708 750 to 800 pounds at 14 years old.
That's crazy, honestly. That's crazy.
Imagine what his body did.
Gone, flying.
Flew into the wall.
Yeah.
I get up, I go to run around the corner. Here comes another cop, speared me. Got me down. I wasn't ready for that one. That was my first time getting locked up right there. Assault an officer, resisting arrest. It is what it is.
And right there, you're 16?
No, I was 14 at this
14
time.
at this
This is my first time getting locked up.
Okay, yeah, so this is your first time. How long do you spend inside the juvenile?
I want to say I did 3-4 months. I didn't go to like TYC or anything for that. It was my first offense.
Yeah.
So I did 3-4 months. They let me out on probation. And at that point, it just went all the way down. I had I already didn't like cops. Yeah. But at that point, I didn't have any respect for anything in authority, anything in a uniform, nothing. I was doing anything I could to break the law.
I'm curious, at this age, were you ever thinking about your future? And what were you thinking about? What are you going to be doing at 30?
I was just going through the motions.
So you weren't even worried about like life at 30 or life at 25 at that time? Just
nope.
Damn, okay.
My mind, I was single track minded on screwing up. I'm not gonna lie. My mind was not all there.
Okay. All right. Let's get to the actual situation, and thank you for that, because again, this is kind of presenting, what type of child you are. I don't want to say man, because you're still a child and doing all this. What leads up to the assault, and can you talk about if it was a day of or something led up a week of, a month before? Like, what was leading up to this situation that took place?
So I had moved out back to my mom's house for a little bit. Got into some more stuff out there. She sent me back over. Well, she actually signed me over to the state 3 days before my 16th birthday. Come back down there. I get into more trouble. Theft, get put on probation for theft. And I just turned 17. Like, my birthday's in November. I got locked up in January, right after that. We always go up to the elementary school to hoop, be us around, just congregate. And when I play ball, I'm real heavy on defense. Like, I'm not there to foul you, but I'm in your face. I'm not finna let you just do nothing stupid.
Yeah, you one of those. You taking it serious, like, we just playing, man.
Yeah. Well, no. The dude that I ended up hurting after the fact took it serious. He got in his feelings. Mexican dude. He gets to talking 9 kinds of reckless because I won't get up off of him. We get into it. We're fighting. I don't even remember to keep track of the time. It felt like a long time. Knocked him down. He gets up, tries to come at me again. Knocked him down again. At that second time, I told him, I said, bro, do not come back at me again. I'm not finna play with you. I don't keep guns. I keep knives. That's one thing I was known for in penitentiary. I stayed with a knife. And he got back up. And I don't know why he did that. But I pulled that knife out of my pocket so fast and buried it in his stomach.
One single jab, or did you go multiple times?
Oh, no, it went multiple times. It was, I want to say they said it was 13 times. 12 or 13, I don't remember the exact number right now.
What's going through your mind? Are you in defense mode, or are you in more so assault mode? Like, basically you gave him a warning.
I mean, once I lock my mind into it, there's no defense. I'm telling you what it's going to be.
Yeah.
And I told him. So I already had my mindset. He thought it was a game.
Yeah, he thought he was about to go for round 3, is what he thought. Oh, he knew you had a knife?
Oh yeah, everybody knows I keep this knife on me.
So
like, even my principal at school.
He had a death wish. I mean,
he thought I was bluffing.
Oh Okay.
Like even my principal at school knew I kept a knife on me at all times. It fell out of my binder one day on her desk by accident. I got in trouble.
What type of blade? What type of blade was this?
It was a 4.5 inch serrated, like little mini Bowie knife.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't that big. That's why it didn't kill him.
Yeah.
But it definitely did some damage.
Yeah, that's serrated. Damn. All right, so you buried in his belly. How many people around at this time? There's other people playing basketball, I'm assuming.
Oh, we were playing basketball up at the elementary school court. Like, cause at that time, now they got fences around it, but now back then they didn't have fences around it. Like anybody could just walk onto the elementary grounds and go play ball. Cameras up there. Oh, it's
Yeah, because is no one stopping this fight? No one is like, hey, get off of him.
oh, I'll tell you, Bay Cliff kind of rough. Like it's not the suburb. Like where I stayed at, it's not the suburbs. You got to go to the other side.
Okay.
And they not finna break nothing up. Oh, they have whole, like you can go on YouTube, they still got videos up there from like little mini riots. They just meet up there and just have whole gang fights and stuff.
Oh yeah. So basically, like you said, y'all fighting for a long time because no one's gonna break this thing up.
Nobody finna break that up.
Okay. Damn, gladiator. So once you buried in them, what happens after that? Like,
that's when panic set in with everybody around. Like, honestly, I knew what I did. I had my mindset on it, but at that time, I had never done anything like that. So it shocked myself that I actually like did that. Like, I tell you I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it, but I had never actually stabbed anybody. So it was, at first it was like, damn, did I really just do this?
Yeah, you said everyone else panicked. Did you panic after?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Cause I knew I was in some shit. I knew I was in trouble. Like, it just got to a point though, I said, you know what? I did that.
So I have to ask you, and again, we're gonna keep going with the story, but I gotta get your take on it. If you don't mind speaking on it. You know, we had the same situation happen here in Dallas County or Collin County with a young man, Carmelo Anthony.
Right.
Where that was only a guy, same type of knife, about 4 inches. One stab, but it took a man's life. This young man that you stabbed did not die. No. He survived.
Right.
What is your take on that? Even that situation, as far as it's pretty much the same scenario. I mean, y'all had a longer fight, but you know, one person goes after the other, knife comes out, some person gets stabbed. Young Carmelo, he's serving, you know, he's 17 at the time, but he's 19 and gets 35 years for that. What's your thoughts on that?
From my personal perspective, being that I've been in them shoes, it's not worth it. In the long run, the pain to the families on both sides, the drama and the sentence, it's not worth pulling that knife out. It's not worth taking a chance of somebody's life, whether you do or don't take it. Right. I mean,
that's the crazy part. You said 13 times you stabbed, you jammed it, or like that's what they told you 13 times, and he survived. And in that situation, one time, and the life is gone. But like you said, just pulling it out with the intent.
All it could have took was one nick of an artery, stabbed him in his heart, like. It would have took the wrong move. Yeah. And he got lucky. I didn't hit any of those major problems. I know he was wearing a colostomy bag. He had to have a lot of surgeries to stitch up organs, you know what I'm saying, like have his organs fixed and stuff. But
did you know the young man? Did you know him like prior to that? Did you have history with him? I
had seen him. Like there's so many people that circulate in and out throughout that basketball court that you're going to see a lot of people. But as for just knowing him like that, nah, I didn't.
So after that happens, normally the first indication is to run or to, you know, get out of there or to maybe help him. What did you do right after that?
Ran.
Okay.
I ran
off into the force.
Yeah, I was not sticking around. Okay. They had to come get me in my house.
So, but you knew they were coming though, I'm assuming. Like, all right. I mean, what is that feeling to know like...
having to look over your shoulder, waiting on them to come get you?
Yeah.
It wasn't long. I was already on probation and known by the laws. They took one look and knew who I was.
Your dad was home? Did you at least tell him what happened?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. He didn't want to take you in. He just said they got to come get you, or
I mean, he asked me like, "Do you want to go in, or you gonna wait? They're just gonna have to come get me. I'm not finna just go turn myself in."
At this time, you don't know if the young man survived or not.
No,
You just
I booked.
adrenaline. Yeah. Damn. Man, that's a feeling that I'm sure a lot of people do not want to have. That unknown feeling of what this is. So, all right. So I guess go and talk about the arrest. I guess in regards to they must come to you and knock on that door.
Well, I had literally just finished school not 2 weeks before. Like, I finished school.
You finished got all the way through, or?
Yeah, I finished school a year and a half early.
Oh wow. How?
I was on the verge of dropping out, and the school I went to had a program called the DCC, which is a computer-based work at your own pace program. You're only obligated to go 4 hours a day. I was always smart. I could do the work, but my temperament and my energy, my ADHD, always kept me in trouble. And it got to a point to where I was not even caring about doing work no more. And I told my pops one day, I said, well, I'm just finna say, screw school. I'm not going to school no more. And he was like, man, give me a chance. Let me see if I can get you in this program. That way you ain't got to worry about dealing with nobody. Because I can finish the lesson in 15 minutes. I'm still stuck in class for 30 more.
Idle minds is the devil's playground.
I stayed in trouble because of that right there. And it, like I said, it just got to a point where I got tired of getting in trouble. I said, well, I'm not finna keep doing this. I don't even want to do the work no more because I know what's finna happen afterwards. What's the point of me sitting here doing this work if I'm just gonna get in trouble afterwards? That's the way I looked at it. Like, it doesn't make any sense now.
No, it makes sense because, again, you kind of have a brilliant mind, like to be able to finish a lesson, boom, and then I got to be here for 8 more hours. I got to spend the whole day in this place. So you were able to finish school early, going to doing the alternative situation to where,
right?
And I don't know, we might need to look into that for more children. Just to be honest,
they have them a lot now.
Yeah,
like, they're in a lot of places now. So
yeah,
it's just real expensive for the school district.
I say, we got to weigh our options here because that's amazing. So you just finished, literally right before. So
right after New Year's when they started school back up, I finished school.
Yeah,
knocked out the last class I had in about 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, that might play into this whole situation as far as. All right, so go ahead. You're about to speak on as far as how did they get you? How did they?
I was just sitting at the house chilling. They come knocking.
How many police officers?
3 squad cars.
3 squad cars, just in case he runs.
Well, they had one team go to the back.
Yeah.
Because we had big, wide back doors. The other 2 came to the other 2 teams at the front, one of them went to the side. Like, all the laws in the area already knew who I was. Right. They knew where my room was in the house.
Oh, they knew you like that.
Yeah, I stayed in trouble. Okay. So one of them went to the side where my window was, and the other 3 came in the front.
Do you put up a fight?
What's the point?
Yeah.
I already know I'm booked.
Do you ask any questions? All right. All right. So
I have nothing to say.
Yeah. All right,
I know how the system goes by now.
Did you wonder if the kid was okay? Did you ask, or did they tell you? I mean, he's having surgery and stuff.
When they read me my rights, I mean, it told me he didn't die. But before they came and got me and read my rights and stuff, yeah, it was one of those like, hey, did I kill him? Did I not kill him? Is he all right? Like, yeah, I had those questions. I asked myself those questions. But was I worried? Was I scared about something like that? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So your dad is there. I'm assuming he calls your mom?
Nope. I don't tell my mom.
Yeah, but I said, when did your mom find out anything? Oh, wow. So she's just far removed.
That's what I said. She signed me over to the state 3 days before my 16th birthday. That's how I ended up back with him the second time.
So she ain't worried about it at all.
Yeah, no.
In this scenario, does your dad get you a lawyer?
We couldn't afford that.
Okay.
There was no lawyers. I'm public attorney.
Public attorney, you spoke on the DA and the judge. before the cameras came on. Did they have like a reputation in the city, or like what was your thoughts, or what did you know this going in that who they were?
I did not know this at first.
Okay.
Like, this was my first time as being charged as an adult. Like I said, just turned 17.
You just got in Texas, the legal age as an adult is 17.
Correct.
So you just jumped over the line.
Right. Well, they could certify you at 14, 15,
14,
16.
and just keep you, they could hold you until you turn.
Yeah.
But you're an adult though. Like,
I'm legally an adult by the penal standards.
Yeah.
And they took me to the county. Got my public attorney. Went to my first court. I'm still blind. I don't know what's going on. I don't know nothing about my judge. I don't know squat about the DA. I don't know anything about dealing with an adult penal system.
Right. Is the public attorney giving you any advice? Like, hey, this is what you need to do. This is how you need to, present yourself. Talk clear. Say yes, sir. Or do all that stuff they want you to do to win.
Dude, this man barely communicated with me anything. Like, honestly. And my first week in the county, I probably had 4 fights.
This from the first week,
I was not setting a good example for myself.
I mean, why the fights? Were you just that much of a high? Like, what was I guess pissing you off? Let me say, or getting
well, one, I was already aggravated. I always like fighting, but I was to start off with, I went to B1. Anybody knows Galveston County knows what B1 is. B1 is a youngster dorm. They separate the youngsters 17 to 25. Anything after that, you go to another dorm. B1, I want to say the other one was C2 or C3. I might be wrong on that, but I know the other one was on C. The 2 youngster dorms, you fighting. And if you white, you definitely fighting, and it ain't gonna be fair.
Damn, I mean, if you don't mind, just for what reason though? Like just for the fun of it? I mean,
that's just how it is.
That's just how it is.
Like, they get a thrill out of that.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody that's been in the system, anybody that's been from counties to prisons, they know as a white person, especially a young solo white person, it's not easy.
All right, and we're gonna get further into that. But as of now, so what are you facing? Like, what are you looking at? Are they telling you like, hey, this is what
I was facing? That surprised me right there is they were trying to whack me with 45, and I was like, no, for aggravated assault, no, you're not finna get me for no 45. Keep pushing.
Yeah, nah, that don't make sense.
Like, they were trying to go over the mark.
Because at this point, you know that the guy's still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah.
Oh, long story short, they 45, 45, 30, 30 to 20. And then a week before we were supposed to go to trial, they came to me. They said, look, we're not going to play with you anymore. You can either take this 15 or go to trial. We'll just max you out. I'm like, all right.
They always say that, like, either take the 15 or we're going to max you out if you lose.
Oh, I knew I was going to lose.
Well, I mean,
I was just playing the long game, trying to see how low I could get.
Okay. When they came at you with the 15, you're 17 at this time. Are you like, all right, technically state you could get out. Are you thinking about you could get out with, good behavior, good half the time? Are you thinking about these things like, okay, I could get out when I'm 20-something?
That's aggravated.
Oh, yeah.
I had 7.5 years, and I was still in my idiot stage.
Yeah. All right, but so at least 15. It's not the end of your life.
It's not the end of the world.
Yeah,
no, it's not. And man, I've seen people go down there with 5 and just lose their mind. Hey, it takes a strong mentality to go down there and come out for the better.
Man, everyone I think that's been on this platform is someone that has lived that as far as come out for the better. But there's a lot of people who do not come out for the better, and it goes left. All right, so let's go and get to it. You accepted 15. I'm assuming people in county is telling you like what you're about to go through when you get to the big boy units. Are they prepping you for it? And what is your mental like? Are you just ready to fight? You ready to?
I was scared, but I was willing to accept doing what I had to do to defend myself.
Yeah.
Like if you let the fear take over, you can easily be manipulated into situations that you have no business being in.
That's right.
And that's where a lot of people fall coming into prison. They either look for the acceptance of friends, homeboys, their own people, and in doing so, they put themselves in positions to where either they get took advantage of or they just get screwed all the way over.
All right, well, let's go have the conversation because, again, the one thing that this platform has done in the past is that, we've had a lot of blacks on this platform. Had a very few Caucasians. And, if I had different ones and for this conversation, I want to kind of get your perspective because you seem like a man who, of course, knows himself and kind of, you don't fall to be a prey. There's stories that they say when you come in, you have to pick some allegiance. You being white, and they have the Aryan Brotherhood. I know there's a few different ones. Do they what happens in your scenario? And when you speak on your scenario, what also happens in the general scenario when a white boy enters a prison system?
Oh, I don't know where the other people are from that you've talked to, but in Texas, for the most part, it's renegade. It doesn't follow the same standards as per se the feds, where if you white, you got to ride with your own people type stuff. In Texas, if you decide to rock by yourself like I did, can't nobody tell you anything. But a lot of guys, especially white guys, they want that acceptance. They want that homeboyism. That on their back, they ain't got to worry about looking over their shoulder 9 times out of 10. Some guys are into the Aryans. Hey, that's them. That's never been me. So I didn't rock with it. 1. 2, anything's got racial ties, I don't associate with. 3, I don't deal well with authority. So what I look like tying myself
to a system that has authority in it. You got to check in and do whatever you do.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hear that.
That's
so
right.
When I came in, I just did me.
Did any white guys approach you?
Yeah.
What do they offer you? Do they offer protection? Do they say, hey, come over here,
No. When I first came in the system, when I finally went through the whole intake process, well, if that was a show there.
I want you to finish the story, but I got to talk about the intake process because, again, you're new to this and you're young.
Right.
So that's not only are you white, you're young. Of course, it's TDC. If you know, but also you're a hothead. That you're dealing with CEOs that love to tame a guy like you. Like, you think you the law, and they love to treat you like, all right, let's humble you quick. Speak on what you're about to speak on as far as once you got in the system, but I want to go back to intake, if you don't mind.
We can go back to the intake and work our way that way.
Okay, all right, let's start with it. How is the first 24 hours? What's the bus ride like when they send you up and
tiring.
Now? It's tiring.
Because when the night I left Galveston County to go to TDC, I had been in lockup for about 8 months at that point. Steadily getting in trouble, steadily fighting, steadily assaulting the laws, just being stupid. And lockup, you don't have commissary. But they've got some guys down there on the first floor that are sick that can get commissary. They shot me a couple of shots of coffee. Not having coffee or anything that'll boost you like that for so long, I hit the roof. I'm already energetic and aggravated as it is. They gave me that boost. Them laws were so mad at me when they came to get me on that bus. And they were so mad at me. I busted water sprinkler head because in Galveston County in the cells, they've got the water sprinkler heads in there.
Yeah.
All you got to do is take a flip flop, jump up and whack them hard enough, they'll pop off.
Damn. And what's the purpose of doing that? Just for the fuck up?
Just to cause mayhem.
Damn.
That's I'm leaving. What you gonna do to me?
Yeah, shit.
I mean, I flooded that place out that night. Aggravated everybody. I didn't care. Got to get on the bus, got into it with one of the laws that worked there. He told me, I mean, y'all make sure y'all treat him real well. I'm not worried about how you treat me because I know how I'm going to rock. So you just talking out your neck right now. Get on that bus. I'm already tired. I went up, had my fun. Now I'm crashing. When I get there, I was at Holiday Unit coming from Galveston. When they say strip, take all your clothes off, mind you, it's January. It's cold. They've got y'all lined up in 2 rows, nuts to butts. That is some of the most demeaning, disrespectful, inhuman things that they can do.
Yeah. And I asked this before, psychologically, why do you think they do that? Or do you feel it's there for their protection or?
No, they do it to break you. They want to sit there and make you feel as uncomfortable and inhumane as possible.
And I don't ask this a lot, but how long are you standing there, nuts to butt? Is it a quick process?
We stood there probably about just standing there. Because when we came in doing that, it was a search process. Once they got to you, stripped you out, well, you're already stripped out, but once they do your little search, they send you on your way to the clippers, get your hair cut, and then go to the shower. And just getting searched, they drag it out so long, and then they start moving at their merry little pace. Hey, lift this, turn around, lift your foot, squat and cough, spread your cheeks, all that. Like I had dude, I almost had a full-blown use of force because the officer that was searching me tried to tell me to start off by lifting my manhood and then decide he wants me to put my fingers in my mouth to run my fingers along my gums.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Oh,
You want to let me go wash my hands or something first? Oh, no, hey, you going to do what I tell you, boy, this and that. And hey, man, I'm not trying to hear that shit. You not finna tell me to grab my manhood and put my fingers in my mouth. Not doing that. Like I made them I almost have a full-blown use of force, call the lieutenants and everybody down there.
Yeah, but I say, yeah, we'll have you're not going to do it.
He called the ICS.
Okay.
Just trying to be stupid.
Yeah.
And when I told him, I said, well, it's a matter of hygiene. Like, it's disgusting.
What's ICS?
I don't even remember what it stands for, but it's their alert system. Like, they get over the walkie-talkie, officer such and such, initiating ICS at this location, inmate doing this and that and the other type stuff. Like, I don't even remember what it means, though.
So when they come, though,
oh, they coming deep.
They side with who?
9 times out of 10, it's the law. Like, you could be in the total right, but it's the law. Yeah. But, I mean, that day I got lucky. They didn't jump on me, beat me up, none of that. It's just, I told the lieutenant straight up, I said, oh, it's simple. You start at the bottom instead of starting at the top and expect me to put that in my mouth. No.
That's crazy.
All you gotta do, let me walk over here, wash my hands real quick. I'll gladly come over here and do everything you ask.
Yeah.
It's that simple. We ain't even got to do all this.
Yeah. And again, you're young, so I'm glad you have that. It's not about age here, but still, like, what are we doing, my guy? All right, so this is your introduction. You get through the process.
get through the process, get to my housing. Well, we really go through the process of all that, sit there for about 4 hours, waiting on the full, 4 or 5 hours waiting on the full intake. Then we're just sitting there for another 3 hours maybe, waiting on housing. Finally get everything, go to our dorms. Go to my dorm, set my things down. I already smuggled in some stamps. Back then, stamps was currency.
Yeah.
Back then, it was 3 stamps to $1.
How many you got?
I had 50-something stamps.
Oh, yeah. You got
So
money.
I needed hygiene. Back then, there was no direct deposit.
Yeah.
It was, well, I think they had Western Union. I think they had Western Union back then. But there was no, you can't just direct deposit it onto your books. It was Western Union or nothing. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say that's how it was. That's how I had it all the way though.
Yeah.
And anything you bring from the county, there ain't no telling how long that could take. That could take 2 weeks before you get your money approved on your books.
That is facts. So you came in with something.
Yeah, you needed that. You needed your hygiene.
Yeah.
I had people lacing, like I said, I had people lacing me up in the county telling me things, so I was already semi-prepared. Go in, and I go to chow. Oh, man.
Yeah. Sorry.
Let me tell you something. I ran into a dude that I was in the county with. I was in lockup with him and his cousin. And it's funny, because years later, I ran back into his cousin on Smith Unit.
Damn.
So the cousin, my age, maybe a year older, one of them loud-mouthed youngsters. I mean loud, annoying loud. Beating on the doors, always screaming, yelling, rapping, just no breaks whatsoever. And we're in lockup, probably about 3-4 doors down from each other. In Galveston County, the ventilation system is one ventilation shaft that runs to all the cells.
Oh, shit. So you could get messages down.
I mean, you could talk all the way down the
all the way
run,
through. Yeah.
but he's like 3-4 cells down. So imagine how loud that is in my vent, how loud it is out on the run. He doesn't stop.
Damn.
I'm a light sleeper. Always have been. You're not finna mess with my sleep, bro. And I finally came to the door and I told him, I said, Bo, shut the up. You white boy, this and that, dirty ass white boy there. I said, you know what? I'm not even finna talk to you. I get the chance, you pop.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah. Goddamn.
At this point, I was already known for coming out my handcuffs.
Oh, for real. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, hold on. Do it. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
crazy.
double jointed in my
Double
left
jointed.
arm. You can't keep me in cuffs if I don't want to be kept in them. The laws learned, they started handcuffing and zip tying me, especially after this. A few days later, we came out together. Lockup, you come out, 1 hour, shower, wreck. He stopped to talk to somebody. I went out on a little rec yard, came out my cuffs, come back in. Went from me punching on him to slamming his head into the sink before the laws got. There's laws in the wing. It happened so fast. They didn't even realize it was finna happen. So when I went from punching on him to slamming his head in the sink, next thing I know, lawman had grabbed me by my clothes, and I was probably like 140 pounds at this time. Launched me smooth in the air. I caught flight. But jumping back to TDC, his cousin, who was also back there with us, saw me. They're Bloods. They're from Houston. They're not even from the Galveston area, from Houston.
Yeah.
So when I walk into the cafeteria, he see me. He starts talking 9 kinds of mess. Wait till we get back to the dorm. I stay on the same building as you and this and that and the other and da 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 da. Oh. So this is what my first day in here is going to be like, huh? In my mind, I know you're affiliated. Ain't no door stopping. You're not finna just take me down like that. I don't even eat. I go right back to the dorm.
You don't even eat? Oh, shit.
Nope. I go right back to the dorm. I'm fresh in here. I don't have a knife yet. What do? I grab a pencil.
Wait, where does one get a pencil from? Where do you get a pencil from?
I had traded a Stanford one.
Okay.
Just, for real, like, hey, people had pencils.
Yeah.
I needed a pencil. I couldn't get a knife at this time. I didn't know anybody, didn't know where to get one, didn't have the materials to make one that fast. Screw it, I'm just gonna stick you with a pencil. I'm going for your throat and your eyes. And I was over there sharpening that pencil. And the dude, I never did get cool with him or nothing, but he supposedly was like the speaker for the Bloods on the building at that time. And he saw what I was doing. He saw everything that happened in the chow hall. And he come over there to me. He said, look, Lil I see what you're doing. That's not a route you want to take because it's not going to be good for you. He said, man, what happened in the county happened in the county. I can go talk to him, shut everything down, calm everything down.
You or him, or you or the...
No, he was talking about he could go talk, calm it down. He said, that's county stuff. That stays in the county. Here's something different. So I'm like, you gonna go talk to him and shut it down. It's like, yeah, he said, but man, you gotta get that out your mind. Don't do that. So if I shut this down and you go back and do that, you're not gonna walk out of here. All right, I'll give you a chance. In the back of my head, I'm thinking, shit, if he comes at me anyways, it is what it is though.
Yeah.
He went and shut it down. No problems. That was my first glimpse at politics in penitentiary.
Well, definitely, this is the cousin and both of them.
Well, no, I didn't see. Okay, the one that I ended up smashing his face in the sink and stuff, I didn't see him until later on.
Oh, okay.
But this was his older cousin that was in the county with me.
It shut down. Do you see him again? Do you speak to him? Is it just like an eye look?
We live in the same building, right across the hall from me. We could see each other going in and out the child. But
it was shut down.
I didn't provoke him. I stayed out his way. He didn't provoke me. Stayed out my way.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, there was looks like I really want to do it to you, but never happened.
Okay. All right. This is technically you're going to like your first day, your first week.
Right.
How is your and if you don't mind, for those who don't know, as far as what is the main difference between county and actual prison that, from where you came from in Galveston to county versus, whether it's the food, whether it's the cells, what's the main differences?
Well, considering I was in Huntsville at that time, and Huntsville fed awesome. County food was garbage in comparison. But I think back then it was the mind switch of chaotic living to structured living. In the county, a lot of it is chaos. Coming into prison, you got to adjust to a structure, to an organizational standard. And that's something I adjusted to, even though I don't do well with authority. I like the organizational structure.
Yeah.
Because as long as you stayed within them bounds and them rules, there was no problems. But if you stepped out of it, you were in trouble.
Yeah.
And I adjusted to that real quick. And the thing I struggled with the most in the transition was the fact that the guards were so much worse than the county.
Really? What is it about? Yeah, what do you feel it is? It's because the counties here in the city.
Right.
And, you know, when you get to prison, when you get to TDC, you're out in the middle of kind of nowhere. You're in the country.
In Galveston County, there were cameras. They had just rebuilt Galveston County into like basically a high security county jail. And there were cameras everywhere. There were guards everywhere. So it really couldn't do too much. And the guards really didn't do too much. There was a modicum of respect there. But coming in and seeing how blatantly disrespectful the guards were to everybody, it just took my level of hatred towards authority figures and laws to the max. I did everything I could to buck them throughout my time.
Give us some examples of just ways you pissed them off.
Oh, dude. All right, while I was still at the holiday unit, just to irritate them and piss them off, they had ventilation shafts that ran along the top. My little young, lightfoot, happy-go-lucky spider monkey ass climbed all the way to the top and just laid there.
Oh, wow. Somebody got to come get me. Damn.
They thought I escaped.
Oh, yeah, but they don't even see you. You're above the ventilation shaft. You're not in sight.
Mm-hmm. I waited till everybody went to chow, climbed all the way to the top and just laid there.
Fuck, man.
Just to fuck up count. Well, pardon my language, but
but that's what it does. The most important part of a guard's day is count. Yeah, that's their job.
And when the numbers don't match, lock it down.
Shit. All right.
And we were locked down for about 6 hours. I literally laid up there above everybody's heads for about 6 hours.
Were you woke?
Before I finally got tired of just laying up there.
Were you, what was the commotion that was happening?
Oh, they came in, they tossed my bunk. They went through like everything I had there, looking at my mail, all of it.
Shit.
Like they were trying to see like, what I really had.
What happened?
Yeah, they started asking people questions, pulling people in and out. The warden was down there. I'm sitting there the whole time like, I'm not moving. Yeah. But I can hear everything going on. I hear the warden, I hear the Free World Police, everything. Like I'm just supposedly poofing the wind because back then they didn't have cameras.
Damn, 6 hours of chaos and
just to irritate them.
Oh, so you come down?
Yeah.
I'm assuming in front of everybody or like?
Oh yeah, they were hot. They were mad. I'm laughing now. Back then, I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, man.
Now though, understanding.
Yeah, the chaos you put everybody through a lot of shit.
I put everybody through a lot of chaos that day.
What's the punishment for something like that?
Considering that I wasn't trying to escape, I wasn't trying to leave, I was just causing 9 kinds of chaos, they actually let me make it and just put me in medium custody. They locked me up for about a month, put me in medium custody in the end, but it could have been so much worse. Because I didn't leave. I didn't try to leave. I never even left the dorm.
Yeah, you could have said I was out of my mind. I fell asleep. I mean, you're like, shit, I just went up there and...
That's really what, like I guess you say, saved me. Because I never even left the dorm.
Yeah. Did that make them install cameras afterwards? Like, so we still like we'll just check the things. Like, that's crazy. That's actually wild. That's
they
a
didn't
first.
Start installing cameras until years later.
Oh shit!
Like, I mean, why would it make them install cameras? I didn't leave.
Yeah, do your job.
I mean,
did anything change after that? Like, did they like? All right, damn, they didn't change nothing.
Nope.
Shit. Okay. When it comes to prison, I always hear that the white guys are the minority. For you, who was the majority? You would say who was the minority? blacks, Mexicans, who ran the prisons that you were at?
Minority, of course, are always, no matter where you go, it's white. Unless you look at the Asian population, they usually run with the Hispanics anyways. Depends on where you're at.
Yeah.
Like, you can have, back then, you can have a large population, but that don't mean they control anything. It was an organizational structure. That's what a lot of people fail to realize. Numbers don't always mean anything. Your organizational structure, your influence, and what you had.
Yeah.
I've seen people with very little numbers have a lot of respect and run things just off of what they could supply.
Yeah.
It's all how the teeter totters. It's a balancing act. You got to be able to play out.
I hear stories of Hispanics, well, Tongo Blast.
Correct.
I hear that Crips always outnumber the Bloods.
Not always.
Yeah, not always.
Depends on where you're at.
Depends on where you're at. From your standpoint, who was the most dangerous people that you've seen, or dangerous group of individuals that you've seen throughout your time of 15 years?
When I first came in, most definitely Tongo Blast. Most definitely. Because they...
Yeah, why do you say?
Because they're organizational, their numbers, they didn't play. And I can't speak for every unit, but to some extent now, they still don't play.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why I say it like that. We'll get into it later on that one, though.
Where does one go? Have you seen a guy who, let's say he was mixed with white and Mexican, where does he fall in line normally? Wherever he wants.
Depends on who wants him. Who's willing to accept him. I've seen a dude, when I first came in, he was white and Mexican, and he wanted to get down with Tongo Blast. One thing about Tongo Blast, if you're mixed with white, they're gonna try to break you because it's a Hispanic organization.
Yeah.
And they want to see if they can break you. Especially if you're mixed with white.
Yeah.
Because they feel in a way that that's a weakness.
Yeah.
So I've sat here and seen them run 8, 9, 10 people at one person.
Damn.
Two, one, just. And the dude that I'm thinking of off the top of my head, he survived.
Shit.
He made it all the way through.
Shit, okay.
Can't do nothing but respect that at that point.
If I like to give the attributes, you go into prison, what height, what size are you going in? What height, what size are you coming out?
At that time, I think I was 5'10". When I went in, I was like 5'10", 140 pounds, maybe.
Yeah.
When I left, I'm 6 foot even, 200 pounds.
Okay, yeah. That lets you know. Your tattoos, are these prison tattoos?
Yeah, every one of them.
Who hooked them up? Is it Hispanic, black guy, white guy?
Most of them were all Hispanic.
Yeah.
Most of the best tattoo artists you see are Hispanic in there.
Yeah. It seems like they take pride into making
Right.
sure their work is good. Were you not worried about getting tattoos in prison, like the sanitary factor of it?
Not really.
Shit, okay.
Not really. Like, I had plans on getting tattoos before I got locked up. When I got to my first unit, my cellie was a tattoo artist.
Oh, that makes it easy.
So he's the one that did all this to start off with and started my chest.
Do they take note of tattoos you have after you're in there?
Okay, technically, you're not supposed to get them, right?
Yeah.
Some officers will trip, some officers won't. I've had some officers document it when I go through like strip searches and stuff like that. A lot of them won't. I've literally sat here and seen a warden walk up to somebody while they have a freshly tattooed headpiece.
Damn.
Stop and look at it and tell them that's some good work. Keep going.
Keep going. Damn. Keep going. That's real. That's real.
I've seen officers, as soon as you got a red line inked on there, come here. You're going to lock up. That for a tattoo, bro? Really? It's all on the move, all on the officer.
What do you think it is about the officer, the COs that just made them, that made you just want to fuck with them? Like, I mean, would you say there were some good COs?
Oh, most definitely. There's some good COs. The problem with that, there being good COs, is I have seen good COs go bad because of the inmates.
Damn.
On numerous occasions.
What's the worst thing you've seen happen to a CO during your time? If you can remember one or two or three.
I was on Beto, right across the hallway from the G3 wing. They had a guy I was in medium custody with named Mad Dog. I don't remember exactly which set. It was one of the blood sets. Anybody that was on Beto at the time knows Mad Dog from 2017, 18, when this incident happened. Mad Dog was going through some things. I forget exactly who it was that he lost or somebody that got sick with his family, whatever, but officer went to messing with him, one of the Africans. And the African followed him in the day room. At this time, P-Wing, G3 Wing had no cameras. There was no cameras over there whatsoever in the day room. I'm not privy to exact words that were said. I just heard things, but I saw what happened. Mad Dog snapped on that officer and beat that man almost to death. They had to emergency chain him off that unit right then and there because there's so many Africans that work on that unit.
Jeez.
That African came out of there limp, stretched out on the gurney. Like, looked dead. Yeah. Blood everywhere, nasty. That personally was one of the nastiest things, worst things I've seen happen to a law. Personally seen.
Yeah, shit. You don't know what was said. I mean, you can't hear, of course. But
yeah, I can't hear. I heard rumors. Not finna speak on that because I don't know
rumors.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I just know he was going through some things. It was something with his family.
And then that was a person who was just in the vicinity.
Right.
Damn.
Go because the lawman was messing with him. The lawman followed him in the day room, messing with him. We could all see that.
Yeah.
And
you know when someone doesn't want to get messed with. Yeah, you know when it's like, hey.
Especially like with them Africans, they have no communication skills.
Yeah.
They don't understand. It's like one thing I learned about dealing with them is all they understand for the most part. Let me correct that statement. Not all of them.
Yeah. But
a majority of them, all they seem to understand in order to gain your respect and start paying attention to you is aggression.
Damn.
Because when I got to Beto, they didn't have them out in West Texas when I left. But when I got to Beto, they're there in numbers.
Wow, like the family there's a
family. their whole tribes come up there to work. And I tried to speak to officer with respect off the rip. My sister says, hey, bro, you can't do that. You see how he just ignored you? You got to handle him here. Like, in my head, I'm like, bro, like, you trying to get me in some shit? Like, what's up? It's like, nah, you got to handle these Africans. They don't understand anything else.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I think on that. I'm fresh out of G5.
Yeah.
Fresh out of G5. Not trying to go back. So I'm watching and I'm peeping everything that's going on. Sure enough, this is exactly how you have to handle them. A lot of people say it's wrong. You're not supposed to do that. But you have to. Yeah. Just to get a point across, because otherwise they will not listen.
That's crazy. That's crazy work.
Like, and it's most of the reason why the system's screwed like it is now.
Yeah, man. Do you feel like prison is like an island of itself? Like it's detached from like, you know, of course the warden's around, but do you feel like it's really like this is its own world?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Each one is like,
Most definitely.
what's happens in here is not, we're all going to do this together versus anybody in the world knowing what's going on in here.
Man, prison is a world in itself.
Yeah.
They've got everything in there for the most part.
Yeah.
Drugs, phones, weapons, liquor. Units, like I said, units I was on, they pretty much had everything.
You spoke on knives, and you always had a knife on you. How do you normally get a knife in prison? What size? You know, what typically is a blade? Is it an actual blade, or is it something turned into a knife?
For the most part, they were all stickers. Just ones you just metal bars you poke somebody with, or like a flat piece of metal that's been sanded down to a point. You can get them really pretty much depending on if you want to take the energy to cut it off the bunk yourself, or pay somebody, get a bar from the kitchen. Like I've had the handles off the cake pans. Unfold one of those, it's 7.5 inches long. You take one of the stainless steel rods off the fry rack, it's about that long.
Damn. Did you ever have to use any said knives, any said pokes?
Yeah.
And can you speak on, is there any scenario that you want to speak on in where you the aggressor? Were you just in defense mode?
2014, I had a blade knife. Like actual, like.
Oh, an actual,
like
yeah, blade knife.
It was actually like a real knife.
Yeah.
And I had a cellie. Okay, let me back up a couple of months. They had put this dude in the cell with me that I knew was a psych patient. They had a habit of taking off on his cellies. All this dude was workout psych patients. And I let my pride get in the way. Like, he ain't gonna do nothing to me. We done conversated this and that and the other. Long story short, I ended up in the hospital. Whole left side of my head swelled up, ribs bruised. If it wouldn't have been for my neighbors, I'd have been dead in that cell.
Damn.
Because my neighbors and the people all the way across from me, they seen what was going on. They called the laws.
Yeah.
They saved my life.
Yeah. That scenario, do you remember what happened? Like, what was, he just...
Okay, so we didn't have any issues. The dude was just that thrown off.
Yeah.
He had a history of taking off on his cellies. And I knew that. But like I said, my pride got in the way because me and him had conversated before on the rec yard and stuff like that. Like, nah, we cool. We ain't being stupid, being ignorant. And it bit me in the butt.
Learned the hard way.
Yeah, I learned the hard way.
Damn.
So a couple months later, I go move into a cell with this white dude. As I'm walking in, there's people across the way from the cell I'm in that shout out to me like, hey, bro, watch out. Same thing. He's got a habit of taking off on his cellies. He's psyched out. Now, I'm PTSD'd from the last incident. I've already got everything just ready to go. So we go in the cell, and I immediately drop my stuff and ask him, like, what's up? What they talking about? Like, oh, no, man, that's just me and my cellie. They don't understand what really happened, this and that and other, and da-da-da-da-da, right? I don't have proof. I didn't see it. Yeah. I know these guys in passing don't really know them. Last time I let my guard down, I don't really know. So I'm going to give you a chance. But I'm not letting my guard down whatsoever. He goes to medical the next morning because when all that stuff happened with his last cellie gave him internal bleeding. Okay. So when he goes to medical the next morning, he comes back in and I ask him, bro, you good? Are you straight? Just in general concern, right?
Yeah.
And he doesn't say anything. He just looks at me crazy, gets in the bed and goes to sleep. So I'm like, all right, roll over, go back to sleep myself. We get up for lunch and he gets to talking all kinds of crazy. I feel you were shooting slugs at me, trying to make fun of me because of what happened, da-da-da-da-da-da. I want to look at you when you get done eating. I'm like, bro, what do you? Because I'm trying to understand because he didn't specify where he felt disrespected.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm not tripping on the fighting, but I want to know what is it you're specifically aiming at? Like, what are you really talking about here? So I asked him like straight, like, but what are you talking about? How did I disrespect you? How did I shoot slugs at you? So when I came in the door, you asked me if I was good, if I was okay. I feel you was making fun of my situation, this and that. I'm like, bro, really? I was seriously asking you if you was okay out of concern because I don't need you dying while I'm in here. But you feel that way. I ain't even finished my tray. I slid it right up under the bed.
Shit.
Went to the door, told the homie across the way, hey, watch the loud man. The loud man was sitting at the table right down the run. We were round after round in there.
Damn.
So you don't even realize who you just tangled with, bro. We're finna go rounds in there.
Shit.
He finally tapped out, laid down. The whole time I'm just sitting there looking at him. I know you messed up in the head. Now I know for a fact you messed up in the head. You gotta go. He done went to sleep. Hey, bro. Go on, get out. Simple as that. Go on, get out. Oh, man, I thought we was good. Nah, ain't no good, bro. You throw it off in the head. You got a habit of taking off on people. You just tripped out on me yesterday. I can't even sleep in here with you. You got to get the fuck out. I ain't going nowhere. I pulled that knife out on him. I told him, I said, bro, you going to go. It's not going to be pretty. I'm not going anywhere. And he tries to bum rush me. I don't know why you did that. I sliced him from here all the way across. I was aiming for his neck. Well, I sliced him right across here, right across his ear, down his jawline and across his chest. Cut his nipple off in the process. How I managed to do that, I don't know.
Damn. Shit.
Come back through. Like I said, I play with knives in the world. Knives led me into prison. I handle them. So when I come across, I backslashed, cut his stomach open, hit him in his ribs. I did some serious damage with him. I basically filleted that kid.
Shit.
And I said kid, he was older than me at the time. The lawman happened to walk up on the door. What do I do? I dropped the knife. I'm expecting a lawman to bust the gas in the cell.
Yeah.
I dropped the knife, put him in a headlock, slammed him up against the door. You got a whole bunch of open wounds. You're face first on this door. They bust that gas, boy. You hurt. You hurt. Long story short, they didn't bust the gas. Yeah. They got him out the cell. He passed out from blood loss. They got him to the hospital, got him blood transfusion, got him stitched up, cauterized, all that stuff. I had cut my hand actually in that same process right there. Because when I backslashed, I came back up like that with the knife. And I'm trying to push him away. So when I come back up like this, I come back out and I hit my hand right here and I cut a whole hunk of meat out of my hand.
Damn. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They tried to hit me with that.
What did they hit you with after that?
They actually didn't because he refused to press charges.
Oh, he wasn't so out of his mind.
I will never forget that man's name. Damn. I made sure that name stuck in my mind forever.
Okay, well, shout him out. No, I'm just but no, seriously, that's crazy. It didn't go as bad as it was supposed to go.
Well, what they tried to do was the OIG came and read me my rights for the weapon. Thing is, the weapon was gone.
Hey, where'd the weapon go?
It disappeared.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. Damn.
You know I had a weapon.
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Yeah.
But they didn't have a weapon.
They didn't have a weapon.
Weapon disappeared. How? I don't even know.
Oh, you don't? Oh, I thought.
No, I didn't do it.
Oh, shit.
I don't know where it went.
Amazing.
that's the thing about it. I don't know if somebody got in the cell, because I know they chained the cell shut, so I don't know if somebody got in there before the laws could and went and found it.
Yeah, you're trash someone else's treasure. Hey, shit.
Man, I don't know. But they raided me my rights for the weapon. Never seen them after that.
Damn.
It's way over the time limit, so I don't care what they try to say now. But yeah, I definitely did that.
Yeah, blame it on long nails. All right, it is interesting, when, again, we have these conversations and I'm only going off of what people look at and what they think happens, and I want you to kind of confirm, even outside yourself. They say that when a white guy does come into prison that they are, like, I guess you say preyed upon. Like, it's... Feds may be more different because Feds is more like sometimes blue collar crimes where you have no history of violence. State might be different, but how is the average white guy when he comes in that the other inmates look at him as far as, does he have money? Does he have friends? He must have connections to the outside to make my life a little easier in here. And I'm gonna see what that's about.
It depends on, I'm gonna tell you one thing I learned about prison. Your stature of how you come in and your size. A lot of people fail to acknowledge the fact that size intimidates a lot of people in prison. I've seen a lot of people get intimidated just because somebody's big.
Yeah. What is the average height of a prisoner, just in general? I guess the same thing in the world, right?
It's just like walking down the street.
Yeah, okay.
It varies everywhere.
So someone 6 foot is probably above average.
Right.
When you walk into a prison.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, the smaller you are, the weaker they look, think you are. And I've seen so many times, and this is across all races, across all organizations, where they've tried to take advantage of the weaker person. Like, I've seen it too many times to count. And I don't care what organization you're in. That's just cowardice. Yeah. Like, I understand you have your organizational structures, but when you go out of your way to pick the smallest ones to try to break, no, a lot of them don't go to the same lengths they go against the small ones with the bigger ones. No. Because that fear of that size. And I don't mean like big, I mean height. I mean like the big ones.
It's no, you look at like two dogs in the cage, you throw some food in there, both of them hungry. The bigger dog is going to try to push the little dog out the way to get that food.
Right.
And it's just.
Yeah. And I've seen it too many times to count across all races. And when I came in, I was 140 pounds. I had 4 fights in the first week. Easily. Like, I know that now some people come in, they have more than that. Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to say there's a lot of numbers.
That's a lot in a week, man.
I mean, I've seen way worse. I've seen dudes fighting every day. Yeah. But that first week, I had 4 fights just off the top of my head that I can think of. And I ended up getting jumped in the last one because I was beating up this Crip dude's homeboy. Mm. They did not like that. They clicked on me. It happened. Get up, go in the cell, clean myself off. Come right back out the next day. Beat up, banged up, bruised up. It's what it is. Didn't go anywhere, didn't tell on anybody. I had a few more fights through the month. I'm white. They're going to test you. Solo. Not affiliated with nobody. So by prison rules, especially back then, you're free game. They're going to test you to see how you are. Mexicans, they didn't really, they stayed more trying to break their own. Let's put it like that. They don't really step outside their race too much when it comes to trying to break people. Blacks, on the other hand, back then on my unit, yeah, they're trying to take you down. Free game, like I said, solo, white, young. They want to see where you stand. Mm. The whites, I kind of messed with a couple of them. Like to the point they were trying to get me. They seen how much I was standing under. That a couple of them tried to come to get me be part of the wood pile. And I was like, no.
What's the wood pile? I'm sorry. That's in the term.
I don't know how they want to classify it nowadays, but back back in the original standards, it was just a white person who stood up for himself and his people.
Okay.
I don't know how they want to classify it nowadays, honestly. So I'm not even finna try to
go down and
like I said, I've seen the whole system get turned on its head. So I don't know what's up now.
Okay. Did you ever see someone, any Caucasians that were weak and they could not stand up for themselves? What happens with them in prison?
Same thing with anybody else. This weekend gets took advantage of. They become chavas, somebody's personal slave, you want to call it. Yeah. They extort them, have them washing their clothes, cooking their food, all types of stuff.
Yeah.
Like if it really gets bad, I've seen them get turned out. So that's
what's the worst person you've seen get turned out as far as like, you're in this door, you're in here for a while, so it's months, years, where you've seen someone come in one way, and then let's say by so many months, years later, they're a totally different way from someone just turning them out, living their lifestyle.
Okay, now let me clarify something. Are you speaking just on somebody's been took advantage of?
No.
Or are you talking about like
right now? I'm talking about someone who's been turned out, became a woman in there.
Oh man.
Like, have you seen somebody come in like a man, and then let's say weeks, months, years later that they look it's a total change based on the way that person came in of what they're going through now or what they're doing now?
Ain't no woman. They a man, regardless of how you want to look at it. But
yeah, that's what I mean. I've heard stories of where men have started to arch their eyebrows.
Yeah,
I've do stuff to like be that.
They had this white dude who was a Wood from Fort Worth. This dude here, he was a hard fighting SOB. Like everybody knew, like he grew up in the hood. He was a Wood. Went to population, went from medium custody to population. And I'm trying to remember dude's name. Because he was known across the unit too. I'm trying to remember. Dang it, I can't remember his name. Long story short, he got turned out in population by this black dude that was known for turning people out. And when he came back to medium custody, he told the Woods he was sliding back to go be gay. And they were not trying to hear that. Yeah. So they went to jump on him, but one thing I'll say, like, if you're known and respected, even as a white dude, and the other organizations like you, they will step up and keep you from getting jumped on at times, depending on the situation, depending on who's running the show at the time. And they was finna smash on him. And I forget who it was that stepped up, but they was like, nah, you can line him up.
But he's protected for the most part.
For the most part. Even though he was sliding back to go be gay, they still told him, like, no, you line him up.
Yeah.
All right. They lined him up. I think it was like 6 deep, 7 deep. And he ran through every one of
them. There you go.
Just imagine how that feels.
Yeah, but that story's gonna stick around for a while.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll never forget that one. I thought it was funny. I laughed my ass off.
Damn.
You got 6, 7 dudes trying to X somebody out through a lineup like that. You really can't do that. I don't even know how they let that go down like that. But and he's gay. He's taking pipe.
Yeah, and he's.
Imagine how people gonna look at you now.
Shit.
Y'all should have just left that one alone. Just like, well, get out of here.
It's better just leave that one alone. Let well enough alone. Shit. God damn.
But next thing we know, he's coming out, eyebrows arched, little tight clothes on. And it's like, dude, you doing too much.
But ain't nobody messing with him though, right? Because he has.
Man, well, one, he's already known for beating people up. Like, even though he's gay and he's white, he's known for beating people up.
Shit.
Like, bro, grew up in the hood. He's not playing.
That's wild.
So they just. I seen one instance where. I forget the exact reason. Well, I've seen so much stuff that it's in and out of my mind at times.
Yeah.
But this Hispanic dude slapped him while he was in the shower. Like, the Hispanic dude reached over the shower wall and slapped the dog out of him. Oh, come up out that shower butt naked. Got to getting on his road. You just slapped a punk over the shower wall while he butt naked. That's known for beating people up. And you just, what? He ain't got no shame in his game. Man came up out of that shower and beat you up butt naked. Why did you even try that? Eyebrows arched, everything. Think about it. Like,
he must have thought he must thought that was his day. He might go the other way. Shit.
That was even more embarrassing than the white dudes, because you just got beat up by a butt naked punk.
No, that's wild. That's wild. That is wild. Just let me ask you, who was on your, like, visitation list or phone calls, letters? Who was helping you get through this time? Whether family, whether if you met someone while you was in there?
Honestly, my grandparents held me down my whole time because of all the chaos I was causing at home. My family didn't want anything to do with me. Like, my dad tried to reach out and it didn't go so well. Like, I bucked him in a letter. I spoke my mind. I told him how I felt. He was like, if that's how you feel, then don't bother writing the house and this and that and the other and da-da-da-da-da. All right. I don't care.
What were some things you said in that letter, just from what you remember?
So what it was behind in that letter was he found out after I got locked up that I had a daughter. After I got locked up. I was living a whole nother life that they knew nothing about at 16 years old. Yeah. And when I got locked up, my sister found my little notepad with all my little drawings of her, like little things I'd written out, planned out doing with her and stuff like that. And she took it to my dad and he came up to the county and me and him got into it at the county. When he wrote me, he brought it back up and I just went off on him, basically told him like, bro, like, I was being sarcastic whenever I wanted my mom to send me to you the first time. She did that. But after that incident with the Dr. Pepper can and all that stuff, dude, I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want you in my life. I don't want you sitting here talking to me. If I was forced to come stay with you the second time because of the state.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put you nowhere in my life, period. I don't want you in my life. And that's why he was like, hey, if that's the case, don't write the house, don't ask about your sisters, none of that stuff. Because I had nothing against my sisters. I just didn't want him around. Yeah. And he took offense to it. In a way, perspective, I understand where he's coming from. But we didn't speak for years. My mom, she was already gone. So yeah. Other than that, it was just me and my grandparents.
You had a daughter while you were in there? This is
no. This was she was born right before I got.
That's what I mean. She was alive while you were in there. So I mean, she's like 15 as you're getting out.
No, she died while I was locked up. Yeah, around the time that my dad wrote me this letter and I was going off on him, I'd also just found out that she had passed away. So I had just got G5 for the first time. I was high security. I was going through it mentally.
Yeah, damn.
Like I was fried out.
What happened? What age was she?
3.
She was 3. And I'm assuming you're like going on like 21 or something at this time, or 20, 21.
Yeah, I was 20. Yeah, because she was born right before I turned 17. So yeah, I was 20.
If you don't mind me asking, what was the situation that happened with her?
So my baby mama had got out. Oh, my baby mama had fucking went to the back room messing with her boyfriend. My daughter got out the house and got into the street and got ran over. Because where they were staying at, there's a curve with the little apartments where they were at, but there's bushes right there. There's no stop, none of that. It's just like a straight curve, one drive. You can't see anything coming around that curve. And she's in the road, car come around, can't see her because of the bushes and the way the road's curved, hit her.
Condolences in that regard. And those are the things that, like you said, for the guy who fought the African man, those are things, and those are phone calls you get. It's hard to even process. Did your baby mom call you? And
she wrote me a letter.
She wrote you a letter. Damn.
I was in high security. There was no phone calls.
Okay, yeah. So you already in high security.
Yeah.
And you get a letter, and what does that do to one's mind? Like, are you?
I flipped out.
Yeah.
I almost caught another charge then because I was so mad and so depressed that all I wanted to do was just sleep, just to keep myself from spazzing out. And an officer went to messing with me one day, and I tried to tell him, "Bro, leave me alone. Leave me alone, bro. My ID's in the door. You see me. I'm breathing. I'm talking to you. I'm not coming to the door. Just leave me alone." And he gets to banging on the door, being all annoying, just to be rude, just to be a butthole. And I told him, I said, "Bro, if you don't get off my door, I'm gonna do it to you, Chi-Town." Thought it was a game. Kept knocking. I said, once I set my mind to something, I'm gonna do it. Fed child, now, this is high security. Anybody in Texas knows what an ECB is, high security. Extended cell block, plexiglass windows, beam slide at the bottom. It's locked in. So when they fed, I took my tray, ate my food, popped my slide open, sat there and waited on the lawman. Lawman come to pick up the tray. He leaned over to grab the tray. I grab a hold of him. Right through the bean slot. Grab the tray and start smacking him upside the head with it. Split it. I didn't do a lot of damage. It's a little thin plastic tray, but I split his face. That's automatic time.
Yeah, that's just shit. That happened. Even understandable of what you were going through. These things come up for. Do you come up for parole a few times?
I came up twice.
Came up twice. At the time of your first one, did you even feel like, like you already know the shit you're doing? You're like, all right. They say no one ever goes on the first time anyway, but.
No, you can't say that. I've seen first time goes. What I will tell you is with the aggravated 15, that specific number, I have seen time and time again. Now, I can count on one hand how many people I've seen make parole, their first parole on a 15. But for some oddball number, that 15 number, for the most part, you're going to pull 10 plus on it. Don't matter if you've been out the way the whole time, got all these certificates, model inmate, denied.
Yeah.
I seen it too many times before I came up for parole. So what'd I do? I just did me. I knew what was going to happen that first time I seen parole. Sure enough, 3.5 year set off. Menace society, fucking conscious selective victim selection and disregard to the person, property, and I'm like, Okay. Disciplinary reasons.
Okay. The second one, were you more hopeful?
Oh, yeah. The second one, I had been out the way for 2 years, 2+ years. I was a G2, S3, trustee, well, SSI.
Yeah.
Like, just cruising my way. Because I ain't gonna lie, like, before I left Beto, my grandmother had told me they were tired of me. They were tired of me messing
your
up.
grandparents are...
Yeah, like,
hold on.
it got to a point they were getting tired of me. And my grandmother told me straight up, she said, I love you, but if you mess up one more time knowing you're finna be coming up for parole in the next year, I'm gonna cut you off. And it made me like, it took my breath away for a second. Like, it was like a punch to the gut, because I never would have saw that coming.
Yeah, they've been, for that many years, they've been holding you down.
And they were tired of it. They wanted to see me come home.
It's funny, you have a problem with so much authority, but that moment right there, you're like, these, they're your authority figures in this moment.
Well, because they showed me that regardless, they love me. I'm their grandson. I'm family.
Yeah,
they did everything they could for me to help make my way through a little bit better.
Yeah.
I didn't ball in prison. Like, off of their support, I didn't ball.
Yeah.
I had $50 a month. Something to survive with. Anything extra I had to hustle for.
But it's something though.
But it's something to keep me consistent.
It's consistent, yeah.
They came to visit. Even when I was in West Texas, they would travel all the way from Louisiana all the way out to West Texas. Come see me. Made sure I had shoes. Everything. They showed me this love and support that a family is supposed to do. So when my grandmother told me what she told me, it made me really sit down like, because at this time I was in medium custody on Beto, and I was in a position to where I could really do anything I wanted to. And I was in a position to where I don't even know. I hope one of the guys I was on the wing with sees this, because I don't think the white guys on the wing knew how many times I saved them. Because I'm solo.
Yeah.
I was not affiliated, but I'm the only white guy allowed on that run.
Yeah.
They're not stupid. They know.
Save them in what way?
From getting their houses ran in, from getting ran off, because they weren't liked, and they had the speaker for the Woods at the time. He was getting stuff from other places, and they wanted to go in his house and take his stuff. They wanted to do him in.
Yeah.
I talked him out of it. Man, he's being stingy with it. He want to be picky, choosy about how he distributes it and this and that. And I'm like, man kind of has that right. It's his stuff. Y'all got to think about that. Yeah, he does his own stuff. Y'all can't be mad at him. But them youngsters, they wanted that. And I was able to talk them out of it. That's just one instance. When my grandmother told me that, I was seeing so much goofball stuff happen at that time. And there was so much tension that it was only a matter of time before the tension snapped, right? Some people can say, oh man, you're scary, this and that. I don't care. Because in the end, wasn't nobody finna step stupid.
That's real. That's real. No, that's on man time.
Because I had been back there so long. I left and came back. There was a whole new batch of white guys back there that nobody had respect for. But all the older cats that had been back there, they knew me. My little homeboy, Lil Benji, AKA they called him Lil Wood. He was never a Wood. I don't know why they even called him that. But me and him, we had our way back there 9 times out of 10. When we left, that whole wing just went upside down for the white dudes. So when I came back in, they didn't even have their bench. The 2 guys that sold dope on the wing were sitting on the bench all the time. And I'm like, what y'all got going on? Y'all really scared to go over there and say something to them? Like, y'all sitting at the table. Y'all got that table because me and my homeboy. The wing on medium cussy on Beto. White dudes didn't have a table.
That's right here. Michigan.
No wing across Beto, just white dudes have a table.
Yeah.
But at this specific moment in time, because of the previous group, me, my homeboy, Lil Benji, and a couple others, we had got a table. We had built up that respect.
Man.
And they so scared to go say anything about this bench that is rightfully theirs by prison politics standards. They don't want to go say anything. I just go over there, sit down. Like straight up.
Yeah.
And dude tried to, hey man, what are you doing? Hey bro, go ask this person, go ask this person, go ask this person. I don't know when y'all moved over here. This has never been y'all's. That one back there behind us is. And it's not me trying to play
tough guy.
Hard ass, tough guy. It's facts.
Yeah.
I just told you to go ask all of your OGs that's been back here that know me. All you gotta do.
And
it's facts. Simple as that. Yeah, you've been sitting here. I'm not gonna dispute that. But this was never yours in the first place.
Come on. Damn. That's some real shit. That's some real shit. Did it
It never escalated. No, it never escalated because I say it like I say it because I'm direct like that.
Yeah.
But it was a matter of respect. Like, hey, look, how long y'all been here?
Yeah.
We just got over here a couple of months ago and this and that. I'm like, all right, look, check this out. Go ask him. Go ask him. Go ask him. Once I started pointing people out that's been back there, every one of them can tell you this has never been y'all's. That's why I sat here. They too scared to come over here and sit down. I'm sitting where I'm supposed to sit.
Come on.
So they went over there and they did their little politico meeting stuff and never heard anything else about it.
There you go. There you go. When it comes to getting out, you do the whole time. You know you're coming home.
Right, because after they gave me that last set off, that second time, even though I was doing good, like by this time, me and my family's talking again. And my family raised hell. What's the point in even bringing them up for parole if you're just gonna set them off?
Sure.
Why? Yeah. That goes from being 10 and a half to 13 and a half on a 15 before I even see them again. At that point, when I saw it, I told my people, I said, nah. I'm pulling it to the door. Because you're already going to put me on the ankle monitor.
Yeah, exactly. You got to go through the bullshit. Yeah.
I'm not going to do that last 18 months tied up like that. I'm going to come out, just knock out the rest and get it out the way. That's when my mindset kind of flipped back to the old me. Yeah, I was pretty hot behind that last one. They don't understand that when somebody goes out their way to correct themselves for the better, and you basically kick them in the balls, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like that's the way my mindset was at that time and moment. And in seeing that, I'm really glad they did set me off. I wasn't ready. I was saying, so there was 2 Mexicans and me that were the top shiners on the A building at that time.
Damn.
Some stuff happened with them and they ended up getting shipped. That left me free reign. I had at any time 15 gallons cooking with about 20 water bottles full of shine in my house. Half the kitchen worth of jelly and tomato paste in there.
Damn.
Went from that, got me a phone, and was just doing me. Till my neighbor gets raided for his phones. And they decided they wanted to hit my house. I've been back here doing stupendous. When they locked me up, that warden looked, he said, "Oh, you're already G5 for dope. Now you've got a phone and you're running a moonshine operation on my unit. You gotta go. You gotta go." So where do they send me?
Yeah, where you going?
They sent me to Robinson unit.
Rockin' Robin.
As soon as I pulled up, I asked the SSI, "How much does a bottle of Shine go for?" He's like, "You know how to make it?" I said, "Yeah, I know how to make it." He goes, "They go about $50 a bottle over here. Come on. Come with the stuff. Here's the money." My celly, cause I didn't have access to get my money sent right then and there. So my celly, he paid for the first load of stuff out the kitchen. And it just went up from there.
Damn, $13K in 4 months.
That was just on Hughes unit. That's
that wasn't even the.
Yeah, that wasn't. I think I had about cause see, when I was there at Robinson, I wasn't in G5 at Robinson long, because that same SSI tried to play with my money, and I ended up popping out the cell and stabbing him.
Damn. Damn. It's that serious, you know. When they play with your money. What exactly did he do, if you don't mind me asking? Like.
So even though I've got a bad temperament, I've been learning to try to control it. Me being the white guy, solo white guy, and I'm chill. I'm friendly with everybody until you fry me out. Like, that's one reason why I've gotten along. I've made it how I've made it in there, because I learned how to communicate and I learned how to get along with everybody.
Yeah.
And when somebody does step out, it's an example. I don't go around just beating my chest and looking to make an example. The problem usually comes to me because people take that white, quiet, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm friendly. I move in and out of all circles. And he took that for advantage, because my celly ended up going up the hallway. My neighbor ended up going up the hallway, and we were a trio. I did the Shine, my celly did the dope, and my neighbor did dope and 2-for-1s. When they left, my neighbor went home. My celly went up the hallway. I'm the only one left. So he's like, "Oh yeah, finna get these from him, not finna pay him." Yeah. I gave him 5 bottles for the next re-up. He didn't want to come through with it. I told him, I said, "Bo, I need my money." "Oh, I got you. He trying to play me, trying to delay it. Second time I told him, I said, "Bo, I don't want to hear all that got you stuff. I need my money." So he decides he wants to go, because me and him, with that second time, when I told him that, we start bumping heads back and forth, right? He goes and gets this Latin King and tries to tell the Latin King dude that I said something about him that I never said. That's strike 3. Now you're lying on my name.
I do it.
I told him, I said, "Well, you ain't gonna like what's finna happen. I ain't worried about you, white boy, this and that." That's cool. Not tripping. Everybody in Robinson knows themselves that walk in front of themselves are caged off. You have to come in them cages to feed us. And it's very easy to get our doors rigged. On Robinson, doors are broke, most of them at that time. Most of them are broke anyways. Mine wasn't broke, I just had to rig it.
Damn. So
the next day, the lawman messed up and rolled all 4 doors on one row, like in my little section. There's 8 of them, but my 4 in the row popped open. closed it, rigged it up and closed it before the other lawman can get down there and check it. Dinner time comes around. He's on the wing. I've already got everything situated. He comes in the cage, walks all the way around. I popped my door. I slid out, slid through the cage because my door was right next to the gate. Slid out, went through the gate, and stepped right around the corner on the stairs.
And right there.
As soon as he stepped back through that gate, I buried it in his stomach. He thought I punched him. He didn't even realize I stabbed him. Till he backed up and saw the knife in my hand.
What type of knife was it this time? What'd you have?
Just another poker. This one wasn't no slicer or nothing.
He didn't even see it coming.
No, he didn't.
Right in the stomach.
Right in the stomach. I salute the man. Man's actually out here in the world right now. I seen him out here. I seen his Facebook profile. He's out here. Matter of fact, I think he's in Fort Worth.
So you weren't trying to kill him? Just sending a message.
I was sending a message.
Yeah, sending a message.
Yeah, I was sending a message. If I was trying to kill him, I would have grabbed something a lot bigger. Yeah. And I'm pretty close to the door. I'm not trying to kill you.
yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I'm trying to set an example. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, that's crazy to do that. To do that as you're on your way out is man, that's got to get studied, man. Damn. But he stopped playing with you, I'm assuming. He knew the message was received loud and clear.
Well, I never saw him again after that.
Okay, was there any blowback?
Not by his choice or my choice. That next day, we went on a statewide lockdown where they went and tore up every unit across the state. This was in 2024?
What was the reason? What situation happened?
There was too many deaths.
Oh.
Too many deaths, too many overdoses, too much drugs. So they shut down and tore up the whole system.
Yeah.
I want to say it was 2024. I'm trying to think, because I did my last, was it 2024 or 2023? Because I did my last 2.5 years in SIG. So say it might have been the end of 23 or the end of 24. My dates are messed up, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we went on that lockdown, and the next, 2 weeks later, they popped up on me talking about a disciplinary case because one of the dudes, somebody had dropped a anonymous I-60 and told on me.
Goddamn rat on the wall.
Because they were talking 9 kinds of stupid when it happened.
Yeah.
Dudes on my section, and I popped out the cell. Cause my door was still rigged. Even after everything happened, the lawman walked up to me and told me, he said, man, I'm not trying to do no paperwork. I'm trying to gas you. Just go in your cell. I went right back in my cell.
You said, I'm not trying to do paperwork.
When the law left and these dudes were talking 9 kinds of stupid, I popped back out and I told them, I said, bro, y'all take this white shit, this friendly shit like it's nothing. Y'all try to use that and run over it. This is what y'all finna start seeing from here on out. And next thing I know, somebody don't know who it was. They showed me the I-60 and everything.
Yeah, what does one benefit from dropping that I-60? Like, does anyone get any special treatment for just?
I saw the actual I-60. There was no name or anything on it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they handed it to the law, sent it in, or anything.
You think they did it for their safety, their sanity?
I just didn't like you. Somebody
didn't like. Yeah,
they just didn't like me.
Trying to give you hell.
Either that or one or the other. They could have been scared. I don't know. I doubt it. I'm not a scary person.
Damn.
I'm not.
Yeah, that knife in the belly.
I just don't take stuff from nobody. I don't like it.
Man, that's
I learned my lesson when I first came in. Don't accept nothing from nobody. Because if you accept from one person, 10 more will be ready to try the same thing with you.
Wait, hold on. What you mean? You accept?
If you accept any BS from anybody, anybody trying you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a line.
There's gonna be a lineup right behind that.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't buck me. You didn't buck him.
Yeah, it's saying.
I seen it, and I learned from watching other people. I was already not trying to hear it, but seeing how things went.
Yeah.
What?
I said, hey, how does getting out work as far as coming home. What are you coming home to? What is the situation you're coming home to? Again, this is 6 months ago. This is, damn near 2025, 2026. What was your release date?
January 17th.
Damn, still in the winter.
Literally, I'm about just a few days over 6 months out.
Just a few days over 6 months. What is the situation you're coming home to? Who's, if any family's there, sibling? You have a lot of younger siblings at this time.
Right. So when I got out, while I was sitting in that SIG cell after I stabbed at SSI, it gave me the time to actually, actually gave me the time to sit down and start taking stock of myself. Yeah. For 2.5 years, I sat there in that cell, taking stock of where I'm finna be, what I need to do to fix my mentality. And I did. I reached out to my family, apologized for everything, started getting back reacquainted, reached out to my sister. My sister been writing me, never got the letters because of my dad.
Oh, shit. Damn.
She didn't know. She thought I said screw her.
Yeah, that's stuff.
I never got the letters.
It's the stuff from a movie, man. That's how it be happening. One person that stops the whole flow of things.
Right.
So you don't find this out
Okay, so I was in communication with my baby sister who was 3 years old when I got locked up. She went to my other sister like, hey, talk to him like this thing. And she was like, no. Nuh-uh. Because she thought basically it was like I had said screw her because I never responded to her letters. And when she finally did, we found out what had really happened. There was that. But through my baby sister, I got back in contact with my other sister, who then I got back in contact with my brother. Then I got back in contact with my mom. And it was just a chain reaction, one after the other, all the way out the door. Getting released, my mom and my grandparents came and picked me up. And show you something that if there's anybody out there in prison that watches this, they really need to take stock of. Yeah, I was an idiot. I was a stupid crash dummy at times. I've done a lot of stupid stuff. But you got to learn when to turn that switch off. You got to really start working on your foundation and understanding what you want. Because when I got out, my family wanted me to come home.
Where's home at this time?
My hometown, Atlanta, Texas. So they wanted me to come home. I told them no. Not going. Because where a lot of people fail to realize, especially in small towns like that, getting fresh out of prison, it's a trap. Going back to the old environments, the old mindsets, the old people, the old ways is a trap. Most people do not make it out of there without going back. Not gonna say all of them, because some people do find a way to thrive. There's always somebody that slips through the cracks. But if you put yourself back in that same mindset, around the same people, in the same environment, you're gonna get the same results.
Sure.
And me going back home, I already know I'm a felon, fresh out of prison, no work history, no rental history, no credit history, in a town of a population of 5,500 people who a lot of people can barely even get jobs out there themselves.
And most people probably already know you, like you said, the laws knew your house.
I was known as a cook out there. Like my mom even said it. She said, son, you don't need to come. We want you to come home, but you don't need to come home because the laws are going to be looking to mess with you every chance they get. Like it's not, there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. My dad just recently moved back up there a few years ago and the laws are still messing with him. Yeah. He ain't been there in over 20 years.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I'm a little bit fresher in their minds.
There's some high schools that have more people that go to school than that whole town.
Like small town memories, do not run dry at all. They stay there. You're so son? Yeah, I remember you. I've had it happen. It's not good.
Facts.
Like,
See,
especially like with like I said, my old classmates and stuff. Like when they message me like, yeah, we remember you're badass, this and that and the other. You was always fighting this and that and that. And I'm like, dang, like seriously? Like that's all y'all remember?
that's all they want to remember, I guess.
No, that's all I was known for.
Well, yeah. Ain't no time to build no other memories. Yeah, shit.
That's what I say. Like I left bad memories in that town. So what do I look like putting myself in a situation that's doomed to fail?
Yeah, that's right.
So I told my people, I said, no, I go to this homeless shelter out here in Dallas. That's what I did. I went to a homeless shelter. I didn't sit there and twiddle my thumbs. I started connecting with people. A couple of guys told me about day labor place. Day labor place it was. For about 2 months until I got an actual job. Oh, you have to be mentally prepared because there was no buses running at the time that we needed to start moving. We're getting up at 2:30 in the morning to walk 4.5 miles to be there by 5 o'clock.
Shit.
Or my bad, 4 o'clock.
Damn.
Because it starts clocking in at 4.
You did that for 2 months?
Every morning. Monday through Friday.
That takes
Sometimes Saturday if they had a job for a return ticket on Saturday. Saving my money. Yeah, I had a little help here and there from my grandparents. They still helped me out, you know what I'm saying? But they also saw, I told them, I said, I've got a 3 to 5 year plan. In that 2.5 years, I put business plans together. I put my personal plans together. Not everything situated. I know what I want to do. It's a matter of flipping that switch and getting yourself situated because this world is not going to help you if you don't help yourself. You have to have the mindset, the mentality. How do they say the 5 P's?
Yeah.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Come on.
Prepare.
Yeah.
Prepare yourself for this world. Don't just step out into it because you will get swept up. You have to up here. You can do all this. What's that gonna do you? Because the mindset of switching from there to here, even I had difficulty. I flipped the switch. I had difficulty with it. And I had chaplains at the homeless shelter like, "Bo, you need to calm down. You're not in prison no more." And I had to catch myself like, you're right. Because if I go off and haul back and slap it out of somebody, that's why I started smoking again.
Yeah.
I started smoking cigarettes just because I was so fried one day. I told dude, "Hey man, just give me a cigarette, let me go sit in the corner." Because it was that bad. But I value my freedom more than anything.
Yeah.
Because
The better you do better.
losing that freedom, you never get it back. You'll never get that time back.
Facts.
And I've got too many people, because something my dad had said while I was in there still tripping. Like I said, I started talking to everybody again. And I was on trip mode one day. And my dad was like, "You need to calm down and come home." I was like, "Oh, to what? I ain't got nobody to take care of me. I mean, I don't have nobody to take care of. I got myself. I ain't got no kids. I ain't got nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? My daughter dead. I ain't married. I ain't got nobody to take care of." And he's like, "That's where you're wrong. That's a lie. You got your sisters to care for you. You got your mama, your grandparents especially that's done nothing but help take care of you. They're gonna need you." And it made me stop and think about how selfish I was thinking. So now, with that mind switch of building my mentality towards getting out, I think how I can help those that help me. How I can help myself in order to provide for those that help me. I've been out 6 months. I'm an assistant operator on a machine out in Garland in a plant. I've got my car, got my housing situation. It's not the best.
It's a situation.
But it's a better situation than a homeless shelter. And I've been out 6 months. I was out of the homeless shelter into the house within 90 days.
Oh, man.
Within 120, I had my car.
Come on, man. That's a testimony. You know, that's a testimony.
Got a good job. Parent said something else too. Like,
but yeah, no, it's the start of the journey where, you know, like you said, you're making steps and things are happening versus being stagnant.
It's like I say, it's the mindset. A lot of people get out with, oh, I'm a felon, ain't nobody hiring felons. And let me tell you something about my company. My company hires felons. Second chance. They don't care what it is. They will hire you. Most of the employees at my company are felons, and most of them are black. They will give you a chance. Like if you come out to the Dallas area and want a job, Pregis and Garland. There's so many companies like that out here. Just a lot of people don't want to step outside their comfort zone. Like I said, it's the mindset of willing to take the hardship, like I did with the homeless shelter, instead of the comfort of being with my family, in order to really grind and build it yourself.
Yeah.
They just want it handed to them. You can't do that.
Man, that's real. That's real. No, there's a shout out to other guys that came on this platform. Like I have a guy named LT that came out here who he himself hires. He runs an electrician company. He hires felons and he'll pay for them to pass the tests and show them what they need to get them on. So the mindset, like you said, just got to get off your ass and just get to it. Did you never have find some love life in prison, like where a girl was waiting on you to come out? Did you ever go that route?
I'm a Sagittarius, bro. We don't do relationships. I'm dead serious. Like every woman that I've sat here from as a teenager up till now, every one of them I've started, and then when they start trying to put them ties on, it snip.
I get it.
My sister calls me a dog. So
that's what your sister call you. We're gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, she said something else, but I'm just saying it politely for the camera. So
damn. Well, man, this right here, ATL, Jesse. This is a testimony, man. This has to get unpacked in so many layers, and every time I have someone new on the platform, I always say we try to save some stories, and you did 15 years, so there's hella stories in there, man. But I'd like to take this time, because we tell these stories not to glorify prison. We try to give an education to, a young you out there that might be as hot ahead as, and you spoke perfect just a second ago as far as what they should be doing. But if you don't mind, take this time as we close out to speak to, a young person out there who doesn't like authority and is possibly, taking penitentiary chances to lose 10, 15, 20 years of his life by making a mistake. If you don't mind speaking to that young man out there that, may walk the same path you walk, but try to avoid it.
I want you to understand is in the end, the pain, the suffering that not only you are going to have to go through, but your family, your kids, your mama, sisters, brothers, grandparents, they do the time with you. The money, the visits, the stress. It's not worth causing all that. It's not worth losing your freedom. It's not worth throwing your life away over being mad. I could have got a whole lot worse. I was able to walk away with 15. My anger in there could have got me a lot more. I've been blessed. You have to learn how to control that. If you're just going to walk in and cause a storm, all storms dissipate. They cause their chaos. They cause their destruction. But in the end, eventually, you will fall. How you go about it is on you. But I suggest taking the time. If you do end up doing something to get you locked up, don't fall victim to the penitentiary mindset. Stay free world. Get in, do what you have to do, and get out. It's real easy to get caught up in there. It's real easy to lose your mind. I've seen so many smart, good, brilliant people lose their mind in prison and lose who they were. You don't need to experience that.
Man, as you know, a lot of people has come in here and they've spoke on like losing, grandmas and losing moms and, things of that nature. You actually lost a child. And, to not be there for something dumb, it says a lot, as far as, not saying you could have been there, to prevent it, but to not even be out in the world, to be there to console who you need to console, man. It speaks volumes. So, man, I definitely appreciate, we have a community here that, might want to reach out to you, might want to be able to, get more of your story. Are you on social medias, man? Have you gotten to that world yet? Or are you?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook and TikTok. I don't really mess with Instagram or none of that though.
Okay. Some people may want to jump on and just, send you words of wisdom, send you advice, maybe even help out in some certain ways. Do you mind giving out your Facebook information or your TikTok information just so people can maybe follow and kind of see what your journey is from here?
My Facebook is Jesse Hurt, JESSEHURT. As simple as that. It's my real name, bio, everything in there. My TikTok is under JP Hurt. Simple as that. J, 2 dots, P, 2 dots, Hurt, HURT.
Man, it's crazy. Your name is Jesse Hurt, and you cause all that pain, and it's the irony of life.
Well, I hear that so much.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm surprised you just didn't go by Hurt as a name in prison. Just that'd have been hard.
I mean, I had to hear that from the law, so I wasn't trying to be. No, I disassociated myself from them.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, again, as they called you in prison, ATL, Jesse, I definitely thank you for the wealth of knowledge you have. This won't be the last time y'all see him, man. Again, just even the scenario that you spoke on as far as, mental health in prison, we don't talk about it enough, but we'll say that for another episode. But I definitely want to invite you back. But with that being said, this is Prison Stories 101, and I salute you. Let's go.